first thing that we need to do, obviously, is read the question. Who wants to read the question for us? Read that question.
Identify and describe two causes of American Revolution.
All right, very good. First step then is to find those performance verbs. Find the action verbs in the question that are telling me what to do. What are the performance verbs in the question? Eric? What are the performance verbs? Right. Two performance verbs are identify, and the other one is describe. Whenever you have an OAC question, short response question, extended response, you're always going to look for those words. Does it always say identify and describe? No. Sometimes it says compare. Sometimes it says evaluate. Sometimes it says analyze. Always want to look for those words. Sometimes there'll be one of them. Sometimes there'll be two of them. So the more familiar you become with these types of words, the better. Right. Second step that we're going to use is we're going to go ahead then and we're going to find what the number in this question is, and what is the number in this question? Number? 2. Right? 2. So that's going to tell us now how many boxes we need. Alright, it's telling me, look, okay, Giuliani, I want you to identify twice, I want you to describe twice, and usually 2 plus 2 is 4. Does everybody understand why this would be a 4-box question? It's saying identify twice, it's saying describe twice. 4 boxes. What if it said identify and describe one cause of the American Revolution? How many boxes would we have? 2. See the big difference? Okay, so then I figure out how many boxes I need. I'm all excited, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to box it, baby, right? There we go. See how nice and straight my lines are. They come out great. Nice and neat. There we go. Not bad. Alright. Go back up to the question now that I'm in my box. Identify. Identify. Wait for that. Describe. Describe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anybody with a question up to this point? Alright, now, one of the major issues that we ran into was simply this. When they ask you to identify, they're asking you for a specific event or a specific cause of the revolution. They're not asking you to write a paragraph here. They're not asking you to make something up. There's only about 9 or 10 things that you could identify. So for starters, somebody raise their hand and identify a cause of the revolution. Identify one. Boston Massacre. Townsend Act. Boston Tea Party. Tea Act. Porter Act. Stamp Act. Intolerable Act. Sugar Act. Outstanding. You see where we're getting at? You guys did great with that. What if we wrote taxes? British were really mean. Throwing snowballs. Would that be something? No. Okay? They want you to specifically say, this is the answer. They want you to prove it to them. So, let's say we ID Stamp Act. If I write Stamp Act in my box, just by doing that, I tell who's ever grading it, whether it's me or the person in Columbus, that yes, I know one cause. I identified the cause of the revolution. Question?
Well, I thought that they were not saying that it's going back. I want to see your cause.
Because that would be under a description. Or a describe. Okay? That's not a specific event.
Well, then they have an
Identify. Causes. See what I'm saying? The stand back is an event, it's a cause, it's a boom, there it is. British are really mean, that's not a cause. It's not specific, you can't identify. Does everybody see the difference? Okay. Another one, for example, we could say, you know, the Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party. By doing that now, I have told who's ever grading that yes, I know it's the cause. I've identified it. You do all the same things that we talked about in class. You do all the same things that are on time one. Alright? So then the describe. A lot of you guys wrote paragraphs in your describe box. Do you need to write paragraphs in your describe box? Yeah. You want to write down everything you know about the topic so that you can razzle-dazzle them when you write your essay, but you don't have to write your essay in the box. You just describe it a little bit to get your point, right? So what's the stand back tax on? Tax on? Tax on paper. Now, if you say that this is a tax on stamps, guess what? That's wrong. And I had some people do that. What was the Tea Act? Well, the Tea Act was tax on tea. Is that true? No. The Tea Act is a monopoly for the East India Company. Tax on paper, right? Colonists, they petition, and they boycott, and we can go on and on. I'm describing what happens with the stand back. Understand? Tea Party. We can talk about the Tea Act. We can talk about monopoly. We can talk about the Sons of Liberty. We can go on and on. My point is that I've identified, like the question says, and I've described. Now, if you said, okay, British don't have, the colonists don't have a say, you can put that on the stand back. What's their slogan that they use? Do you see how that's describing something and that's not necessarily identifying something? Does that make sense? Do you see the difference? Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this information and I'm going to go ahead and what am I going to do with it? I'm going to write my high quality paragraph. I'm going to spell things right. I'm going to use punctuation. I'm going to use all that writing rubric stuff. Stuff that you learn in English. There were many causes of the American Revolution, such as the Stamp Act and the Boston Tea Party. Boom, I just got 2 points. The Stamp Act was a tax on paper. The colonists protested and boycotted British goods until it was repealed. Another cause was the Boston Tea Party. The Tea Act gave the East India Tea Company a monopoly on tea in the colony. The Sons of Liberty dumped the tea to show they would not accept the British right to tax, and they would not accept monopoly. These are 2 causes of the American Revolution. Boom. If I do that, I'm going to get 4 points.